This is the Schwinn Traxion mountain bike. I'm keeping this video focused on what matters, how it feels to live with a bike like this, what works, what doesn't, and who will actually enjoy it. Key features that stand out on paper are the dual suspension, the 29-inch wheels with extra-wide double-wall alloy rims, the 24-speed trigger shifters, and those front and rear mechanical disc brakes. The spec sheet reads like a modern mountain bike, and the look backs that up. Big wheels, bold colors, and an aggressive stance. In my opinion, the styling and the feature list are a big part of the appeal here, especially if you want something that looks ready for adventures right out of the box. From my experience working with entry-level full suspension setups, the frame and suspension design on bikes in this price range aim to maximize comfort rather than true trail performance. Dual suspension means both the fork and the rear shock compress to absorb bumps, which can make rough pavement and gravel feel smoother. The trade-off is weight and efficiency. This bike is listed at about 49 pounds, which is heavy, and you'll notice it whenever you're pushing up a hill or trying to accelerate quickly. If you're new to the term pedal bob, it just means that when you pedal hard, the suspension can bounce a little and absorb some of your energy. That's common with simple rear linkage designs that prioritize comfort over performance tuning. The 24-speed Shimano drivetrain with trigger shifters is friendly for beginners. Trigger shifters are those thumb and finger levers near the grips that make changing gears easy and precise compared to old-style twist shifters. You get a wide range of gears for cruising on flats and spinning up modest hills. In my opinion, that gearing will feel more than enough for neighborhood rides, bike paths, and rolling gravel. Under heavy pedaling on real single-track, budget derailleurs can get noisy or less consistent, which is something I've seen on many entry-level bikes, especially when they're not tuned perfectly. Mechanical disc brakes are another key point. A quick explainer. Mechanical discs use a cable, like the one that runs to rim brakes, while hydraulic discs use fluid and generally stop stronger with less hand effort. The Traxion's mechanical setup can work fine for casual riding and gentle descents if it's adjusted correctly and the cables are in good shape. From my experience, mechanical discs at this level take a little patience to dial in so the pads don't rub and the levers feel firm. They're not as powerful or as smooth feeling as hydraulic systems, and I'd plan on keeping them tuned, especially after the first few rides when the cables stretch in a bit. The wheels and tires are a mix of smart and situational. The double-wall rims are a genuine bright spot because they're tougher than the single-wall rims you often see on low-cost bikes. The 29-inch size helps roll over cracks and small bumps, and the 2.25-inch knobby tires grip loose surfaces like dirt and gravel better than skinny road tires. On pavement, though, those knobs add drag. If you're mostly on streets and paths, a smoother tread can make the bike feel lighter on its feet, even though the actual weight doesn't change. It's a simple swap that many casual riders end up loving. A quick note on fit, it's an 18-inch frame with 29-inch wheels, marketed for adult riders. In my opinion, it fits best if you're roughly in the mid-height range, and you can fine-tune the position with the seat height and fore-aft adjustment. If you're on the shorter side, stand over and reach can start to feel awkward. If you're tall, you may still fit, but you might want a longer stem or a different seat post to get truly comfortable. The upright posture is friendly for easy rides and helps take pressure off your wrists and lower back. Now let me talk about how this bike aligns with different kinds of riding. It's perfect for casual cruising, paved bike paths, neighborhood loops, and smooth gravel or park trails. The full suspension softens cracked asphalt and chatter, and the gearing makes mild hills manageable. The disc brakes handle light duty well if kept in tune. The overall experience can be cushy and confidence-building in low-stress environments. If you're thinking about real trail riding with roots, rocks, and steeper grades, that's where expectations need a reset. The weight becomes very noticeable, making climbs feel tougher than they need to be. The rear suspension lacks the sophisticated damping you find on pricier setups, so it can bounce on bigger hits or under hard pedaling. And those mechanical discs, while fine on flats and gentle slopes, don't give the same power and control you'd want on long, steep descents. From my experience working on bikes for riders who start on full suspension budget models, many discover quickly that the flashy spec doesn't translate into safe, controlled trail speed, and they end up wishing they'd gone with a lighter hardtail from a bike shop brand. If you're new, here's a plain English summary of a couple terms you'll see tied to this bike. Single pivot rear suspension refers to a simple linkage with one main rotation point. It's cost-effective and comfortable at low speeds, but but can flex side to side and lacks the sophisticated control of multi-link designs. Mechanical disc brakes use a cable to squeeze the pads on the rotor. They're straightforward to adjust, but need more hand force and careful setup compared to hydraulic systems. These details don't make the bike bad, they just define where it shines and where it struggles. I'd recommend this for riders who want a comfort-first bike that looks rugged and will mostly see pavement, neighborhood roads, greenway paths, and flat gravel. If you like the idea of floating over bumps, if your rides are about relaxing rather than chasing speed or tackling technical terrain, this configuration makes sense. The saddle is serviceable, the 24-speed range is friendly, and the rims are a quiet quality win. A couple of simple tweaks can make it nicer. A basic shop tune so the gears and brakes feel right, and possibly swapping to semi-slick tires if you live on pavement. If your goal is to learn real trail skills, ride single track, and progress toward harder routes, in my opinion, your money goes further with a decent hardtail from a shop. Lighter frame, better brakes, simpler maintenance, and more predictable handling. I say that as someone who's seen beginners get stuck trying to upgrade into trail performance on frames like this. Parts compatibility can get frustrating fast and costs add up quickly. Starting with the right platform saves both money and headaches. On build quality, the Traxion's finish and graphics look sharp for the price, and the matte gray with neon green pops without being too loud. The touch points are what you'd expect. The saddle is okay for many riders, the grips are basic, and the stock pedals are simple resin platforms. If you want more grip or ride in wet conditions, alloy pedals with pins will feel more secure. Assembly matters here. Bikes shipped 80% assembled, still need careful setup to be safe and smooth. A professional once-over reduces the chance of cable routing mistakes, rubbing brakes, or derailleurs drifting out of tune. In my opinion, the Schwinn Traxion mountain bike for adult men-women is best treated as a comfort-oriented, full-suspension path bike dressed in mountain styling. That's not a knock, it's clarity. It delivers an easygoing ride for casual use, it looks the part, and it keeps the price approachable. The gap shows up when you ask it to do real mountain biking. If you match it to the right setting, it can be a fun, comfy way to get outside. In conclusion, the Traxion offers a lot of visual appeal and beginner-friendly features that make relaxed riding enjoyable, with the understanding that its weight, basic suspension, and mechanical brakes are built for comfort cruising rather than true trail performance. From my experience, setting realistic expectations and getting a proper tune is the difference between liking it and feeling let down. It's perfect for riders who want a smooth, upright, no-rush experience on roads and mellow paths. If your dream is trail days and technical lines, consider a lighter hardtail with stronger brakes before you go all in. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Schwinn Traxion mountain bike. Thank you for watching.